All selections, you know the story. Unlucky volunteer is Kim Wilde, and the man rummaging through her cupboards is Steve Blacknell.
Kim, of all the records that you've had, what would you regard as the most influential?
Well, they range, really. I think from the earliest records that I was listening to were sort of like Aretha Franklin and Carole King and Joni Mitchell and Neil Young and Crosby, Stills and Nash and Elvis Presley.
Where were you hearing those, on the radio?
No, my dad's got a really large record collection, and I used to, you know, just listen to what he had. And he sort of turned me on to a lot of really good music.
We got one here, of course, probably one of the best, Joni Mitchell.
Yeah.
Why this album? Is it this album in particular, or just Joni Mitchell?
Well, I bought that when it was quite new and I was quite young, and it really sort of left quite an impression on me. And I remember sort of like going to bed and putting it on the turntable and then falling asleep, and then the record coming off, you know, that kind of record that you put on late at night. And I remember when I first heard it, it was very hard. It's a very difficult album when you're young to listen to. It's very sort of jazz orientated, and it's very weird. It's not very straightforward.
Take me to the dance, do you wanna dance? I love to dance. And they don't take chances, they seem so removed from romance. They've been broken in churches and schools and molded to middle class circumstance. And we were
now, you don't strike me as a country and western person, Kim.
Well, I like all sorts of music. And the first time I got into country music really was, apart from rock and roll, which is kind of country derived from country music as well as blues and things, was when I heard the Elvis Costello album, Blue, and I realised just how many beautiful country songs there were. And then he was sort of mentioning names that he liked, like George Jones and various other Hank Williams and people. And I was in Los Angeles, and I nicked quite a few George Jones albums.
I woke up this morning aching with pain. Don't think I can work, but I'll try. The car's in the shop, so I thumbed all the way. All these days I barely get by.
Do you actually still buy records? Because you're obviously given a lot being in the Beatles.
Yeah, I mean, you are given a lot, mostly ones that you're not too fussy about having. I mean, sometimes you are. But I like going into record shops and seeing what's there. And a lot of times I'll just go in and pick up covers that look interesting, especially with 12 inches, and I'll just go in and pick up a really good cover.
What about Glitter then?
Glitter? Well,
Glitter.
That's the first album that I bought.
Really?
That I actually got my ACCAs out for. And you'll see inside, it's got Kim and Ricky Smith, which is a long time ago. But he was great. I was a member of his fan club, and he's still my big sort of hero.
He still cracks it, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, live still, he's better than ever.
The things they said about the two of us were lies. I know they couldn't see the love light in your eyes. They said I wouldn't dare to show how much I care. They didn't know that we were just two angels in the sky.
Gene Pitney's 20 greatest hits. I didn't know he had 20 hits, I suppose.
No, I didn't. 24 Hours in Tulsa is a song I remember from when I was a small kid and listening to it on the radio. And it's got a tremendous sort of atmosphere to it, and it's really spooky. And when I was a kid, it used to quite frighten me. I don't know why, it just had that sort of atmosphere about it. When I was young, I was very affected by music and songs like that. And they sort of had I don't know, the production in those days was very sort of alive with sort of different sounds and things, you know, like aeroplanes taking off. 24 Hours in Tulsa just has tremendous atmosphere.
As we were dancing closely, all of a sudden I lost control as I held his arms and I caressed her, kissed her, told her I'd die
before I was never out of my own. Oh, I was only 24 hours from Tulsa. How only away from your arms. I hate to do this to you, but I love somebody new. What can I do when I can never go home again?
If there was one record that you'd like to own, if I had some money to give you now to go out and buy one, what would that be?
Well, it's an album that I know really well, but I just haven't got it in my collection. I had it when I was younger, and it's sort of, I think it's at home somewhere. I think I'd go out and get the Hunky Dory album by David Bowie. Brings back lots of good memories.
What are we coming to?